A lot of haters out there. There really is. Like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna sit here and say it's beautiful.
I think it's more within the genre, because especially hip hop, how competitive it is.
He's like, well, what if I pay you? I'm like, no.
Really?
Well, what if I pay you? No. I'm like, well, what if I pay you? I'm like, how much? So I was born in Mexico, Torreon, Coahuila, Mexico.
Torreon, Coblleon. Right, of course.
Torreon, Coahuila.
Get ready for hot takes and insight from local industry experts in real estate, business, and lifestyle. He used to play ball with the Padres. He played hockey for the Lobos. Now they're crushing it in the real estate game. Together, they'll showcase the best of the Duke City. This is All About YouABQ.
Oh, that's right. It is all about YouABQ, rolling along in Season 8. The goal of the show is to highlight the best of our city's industry experts in real estate, culture, and lifestyle so that you walk away with some value and feeling inspired. And we're joined in studio today by a couple of local boys, Ayo Soldier Fetty Fresco, local recording artists and founders, partners at All Costs Entertainment. And by the way, new album Reload is out now. Boys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
It's always fun to have local kids that grew up, stayed here in Albuquerque to try to make a difference, and we always just want to tell the backstory on that. So, give me the rundown here. Ayo, you're a local kid. You grew up in Albuquerque. Where are you from, though?
So I was born in Mexico, Torreon, Coahuila, Mexico.
Torreon, Coblleon. Right, of course.
Torreon, Coahuila.
Torreon, Poblipa?
Coahuila.
Coahuila.
Yeah.
Say it like a white kid so I can hear it. Like
Torreon, Coahuila.
Torreon, Coahuila.
Close enough.
Yeah, and that's it. Well, if I know my Mexico, that's right outside Chihuahua.
Right outside. Yeah, it's like next door.
Good.
Yeah, no, I grew up, I was born down there. I grew up in Albuquerque since I was maybe 7 years old, something
nice.
like that, since little. And I developed a liking for music right around 12.
Okay.
And then I started just going off of that and little things that interested me, whether it was writing songs, making beats, recording myself. I had to learn to do everything because I didn't have the resources to do it. So
yeah.
That's kind of what kept drawing me in, is wanting to learn more about it.
That's always fascinating to hear the growing up and how you got started in music, because I think too, the way I did, and I'm terrible at music, by the way, but we would always go to the swap meets growing up, and there's almost like a garage sale. Here's an old equalizer, here's an old guitar, and so we would pick up whatever we could and just try and figure it out.
There was a time where if you wanted to know about New Mexican artists, you go to the flea market.
Yeah.
Because that's the spot where everybody has their booth and they're playing their music, and you see everybody's, how you say it, how they put their stuff together. You got the artists that would have their professionally pressed CDs at the time, and then you got the ones that had the little bit more homemade DIY,
little hand-drawn label.
Yeah, hand-drawn label, mixtapes,
stickers.
So everybody had their own different style, but you got to see, who was really trying to do stuff with their music.
It's wild to see, try and picture before the internet, before you could go on YouTube and figure out how to mix beats or how to hook up your system, stuff like that. It was, like you said, you had to go out and meet people and be like, hey, how do I plug this in? What's the next step?
Although I feel like it was simpler back then than when the internet came in.
True.
Know what I mean? Especially for the artists, because when it comes to making money anyway, you know what I mean? An artist can go out there back then, press up a bunch of CDs, or if you're from that era, cassette tapes, go hit the streets and sell them out the trunk. And that's how a lot of artists that are big now, they'll tell you that story. Hey, well, I used to go to the swap meet, pop my trunk and sell CDs or sell mixtapes, and now I got to do streaming, because that's the game now. Now you got to put your music online. We're trying to drift away from that. We're trying to regain that power as artists, but that's what it turned into. And so CDs kind of became obsolete, which we have a little surprise about that too. But yeah, so now it's just different, dude. It's not as simple as it used to be.
Well, it's a whole different hustle. So, Fetty, you're an Albuquerque kid, born and raised.
Yes.
Awesome, man, awesome. And then, so how did you come up with the idea to start ACE, At All Costs Entertainment?
Well, I've been doing music pretty much all my life, and I had a record label prior to this one, but it didn't work out. I had it with friends. But my kids started writing lyrics to YouTube beats, and they'd come to me like, yo, Dad, check this out. And I'd be like, what's up? So they start rapping to me to the beat, and I'm like, oh shit, pretty talented, okay. So I started the label for them, really.
Nice.
But they're still young. They didn't take it as serious as of now, so they're kind of on the back burner artists right now, and we're Soldier came. Me and Soldier known each other for a while, so we linked back up recently. What has been a couple years?
Yeah.
How did you guys connect originally?
CNM.
Yeah.
We're taking classes. We're students.
Nice. And so what part of town? I mean, you bounced around a little bit. Where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up mostly on the west side.
Okay.
But I lived in the sticks and, South Valley, North Valley, stuff like that. So.
Nice. It's always good to hear different stories of different neighborhoods where people grew up and how everybody kind of came together to rise to the top to, start a new business or make a change in Albuquerque. And one of the things that was cool is, we had the mayor on last week just to kind of wrap out for our 100th episode and to pick his brain. And then we got invited to go to the State of the City address just to see what kind of changes he has been making behind the scenes. Because look, you guys know, I mean, you guys have a huge presence online. And it's like, no matter what you put online, sometimes you'll get some love, but a lot of times you'll get hate, like, this guy sucks, this, whatever it is. And so I asked the mayor, this is us at the State of the City address, but like, do you ever go online and read the comments people leave about you? And he's like, oh, it's hilarious. He told us, yeah, I would go outside and like take a picture of a rainbow, like, hey, a nice rainy day in Albuquerque, and then just get eviscerated in the comments, like, rainbow, what are you doing with our tax dollars? What are you gonna do about that? Like no matter what, he can't win. So, but it's cool to actually to sit him down and be like, and have him quantify what he's done to help with crime, help with housing, help make Albuquerque a better place. To hear it from somebody that is actually the top of our political food chain and actually what his programs are and his incentives, it's cool versus just all the haters online just being like, this guy's a douchebag. It's like, okay, well, besides douchebag, what, is he actually doing something? So it's cool to see that, and to see the State of the City address was nice, man.
That sounds interesting. I've never been to anything like that, so.
Well, it's kind of cool, and I think you guys have some good perspective on, maybe growing up in, spending time in the war zone. It's like, what changes do you want to see come into the city, or how do you think that, the mayor, or what programs could we do to help?
I would say more programs for the youth.
Yeah.
We got to start there, keep them educated, and keep them out the streets. And it's not just an Albuquerque thing, it's not a New Mexico thing, even though we are the most underfunded in the United States. I seriously believe that the education system is not funded on purpose, by design. I think that the powers that be want to keep us ignorant.
Keep us in a desk, keep us following directions, keep us
worker bees, and
worker
shit
mentality.
like that,
Yeah, that's an interesting take, man, and I think there's some truth to that in the fact that we have to keep the factories full of employees and yes men and people that are just yes sir.
We're in a corporatocracy.
There you go.
What they call it. Capitalism it's not working the way it's not working for everybody.
Makes it tough to get ahead in a lot of areas, but the people that do get ahead really do get ahead and they sit on top.
Right.
Yeah, so that's fascinating. Well, when it comes to music, I know you guys are more of a hip-hop background, a little bit of, Spanish speaking. I don't want to say reggaeton because that's a completely different genre than what you are.
Well, I mean,
we definitely
do
mess
You
with
fuck with
reggaeton.
reggaeton too?
Yeah, so I mean, we do the hip-hop thing. We do dabble with reggaeton, Latino sound. We're just artists, dude. Like, I mean, if it sounds good, if it's a good quality of music, we're gonna go with it. We're not secluded to any like specific genre, sound, style. I mean, everybody's different from different places.
Do you find that translates again across all layers of music? Meaning, do you find that like artists, if you're an artist, I support you, man, because I know the struggle that you guys are going through trying to get your name out there. I'm going through the same thing as a struggling artist. Like, you guys find that across genres, people are very supportive?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
There is a lot of haters out there. There really is. Like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna sit here and say it's beautiful
I
out
think
there.
it's more within the genre, because especially hip hop, how competitive it is. You do have a lot of artists that are like either battle rappers that don't like writers or lyricists, or and it's just like within that genre, you have a lot of heads bumping. What's real hip hop and what's
Yeah, this guy's fake. He writes all his battles down first, or his diss tracks down first.
Well, most of them do anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
a lot
Let's
of
hate
people
on him. Let's hate on him.
Let's hate on him.
Yeah.
I used to be a battle rapper myself, so like I used to get in that ring and be like that. So I got to see that environment and see what it was like to be in a competitive environment where everybody is like thinking of something negative to say about you. You might be sitting there shaking hands with the person and
But
they're
when the
watching
bell
you,
rings, dog,
but they already
it's
know,
over.
they're already building up what they're gonna say about you before they even know if they're gonna battle you or not, just in case.
Yeah, no, I think it is cool that artists all support each other, to some degree, right? And one of the cool events that's coming up here in our city, September 20th, is the Bands of Enchantment. This is a music festival downtown on Central Avenue, downtown Albuquerque. They're going to turn it into a pedestrian-only zone, transform for the Bands of Enchantment, featuring performances, local culture, community-focused takeover. It's from 4 to 11 p.m., and it's free to attend. It's one of the biggest events for music downtown. I think it gives a lot of opportunity for, even if you're not in a band, even if you are maybe a hip-hop artist, to at least come and see how other genres are promoting or what they're doing to kind of get their name out, get the crowd hyped, you know what I mean? So
I love Arrested Development.
yeah,
I grew up on them.
yeah, I think we all did a little bit. So that'll be
You
good.
know who Arrested Development is?
I wish I could.
You ever heard that song, Mr. Wendell?
Mr. Window.
Or
Yeah, you've heard
I'm
it.
Everyday People?
Maybe, but no.
Cue it up, Mark. Put
Not
some
that-
everyday people.
not that
That's
I
one
can
thing
remember.
about me and him is like the culture. We have a culture
What's
split.
the age difference? You guys are the same age.
No, what? I'm 12 years older.
Oh, okay.
I'm 35.
Nice. Yeah, I'm 45, so.
No, okay. But hey, no, I always tell this story, dude. We go places, this has happened where they card you or whatever. They'll card me. No, wait,
They'll card
they'll
me.
card him,
They won't card
but
him.
they won't card me.
Well, you got that baby face
Like,
going,
know what I
or what?
mean? We walking in and they're like, "Excuse me, can I get your ID?" And I walked in like nothing.
It's the goatee.
Like, and no, and where they're telling him like, "Does your mom you in here? Like your mom know you're up in here?" It's like, yeah, it's hilarious.
You guys grew up with fake IDs too?
No, I never had a fake ID.
You never broke the law. What about you?
No.
Oh, I've broken the law, but I've never had a fake ID.
No, I always tell the story. My first fake ID was, I think I went to, the first place I went to, I was probably a teenager, went to the distillery downtown. Downtown distillery, that was my first time. But no, we did get into a bar fight, and it was one of those things. Yeah, I mean, you got to plan on that, right? You got to plan on getting in a bar fight no matter what. Do you guys go out a lot downtown, or are you guys homebodies mostly?
Could be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, when we come downtown, it's mostly to promote. We'll grab a drink here and there, but
I'm always curious about. Oh, actually, do you guys mind if we do a new segment on our show, sponsored by Cuddy McCarthy, Attorneys at Law?
Sure.
All right, let's roll into some pound puppies.
Hey yo, meet Bradley. Brad Pitt, aka Bradley, is about a 2-year-old Hewlett Pitt mix who is just as sweet as they come. Known for his mellow demeanor and handsomeness, Bradley gives off a vibe of a simple farm boy who enjoys people and the simpler things in life. He's working on his confidence of new spaces and sudden movements, loud noises, so he would do well in a relaxed home environment of any kind. He is quiet, house-trained, does not jump on people, and is happy to relax next to somebody all day. He would likely do well in an older couple since he's so calm and polite. He knows the household basics, walks beautifully on leash and in spaces he knows, and is just so easy to have around. We are grateful to be part of his journey, and we can't wait to see what home he picks. Bradley is currently being housed in Aries Dogland for adoption through Bernalillo County Animal Shelter. So if you want to adopt Bradley, Cuddy and McCarthy will pay all the adoption fees because Cuddy cares. Contact Amanda Garcia with YouABQ at theag4youabq@gmail.com to coordinate. Tell them Ayo Soldier sent you. Yeah, yo.
hey,
Yo,
Bradley, a chick magnet.
yeah.
Hey, really
You
though.
got the look, right? No, I appreciate you doing that, man.
No,
So
thank
we're
you, thank you.
Yeah, that's been kind of the goal, right? Is to be, like I said, support the community, get the word out for the pound puppies, dude. Because look, who does? You guys are dog people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
adopt
love
a pet.
dogs.
Adopt a pet. I have an adopted pet too. So
Yeah.
she was rescued from the shelter, and she still gets frightened with like
Yeah.
sudden movements, pops during 4th of July fireworks. She'd be
Oh, we all
under
do.
the bed hiding or whatever. Like, know what I mean? So go rescue it. Go rescue a pup somewhere.
Shout out also to the groundwork kennels for those boys and the bulldogs that they bring.
Oh, yeah.
Bring to town.
Yeah. They just had a show, the Bully
Yeah,
Bash.
did you guys go to the Bully Bash?
Yeah, we actually did. It was
I
a really good
DJ'd
show.
it.
We had a good time.
Nice. Fetty
Yeah,
with the DJ.
DJ was
We
Fetty,
did
we got to
some,
perform.
So we always try and support. So whenever you come on the show, we always try and go support, whether it's a show, and we do some filming, some B-roll, and then we'll bring it up on a future episode. So yeah, we went to the Bully Bash and shot some footage there, and Yeah, man, they've got a pretty big operation with the
Yeah, it was
Brewing Bunch.
pretty good.
And now
It was
they've got a
fun.
new podcast out as well, which you guys got to go.
We already got a chance to be on
Go
there.
explore. That's great. I think it's, and you could probably speak to this as a recording artist, and I think it's the same in, you know, in the podcast game or the TV show game. It's like you have to network with other shows or other, you know, producers in town to try and get your name out there. And so, you know, we try and go on other shows as well and promote our show, and I think that you guys probably do that as well.
Yeah, it took us like a year to build up to it. Like during the first year, we really focused on getting our catalog together, getting music together, developing these artists that we were working with. And then in the meantime, while I was working on this album, that's when we dropped it and the album came out, we said we got to get to as many people as possible. Let's start doing interviews, shows, TV shows, podcast appearances. And so that's when we started really paying attention to who was out there doing that kind of work. And first it took like reaching out, and after a while they saw what we were doing, and then the invites started coming in.
Yeah.
And so
That's
yeah.
great, man. That's the. I mean, here's the reason I bring that up is I'm always curious to know, like, what's the hardest part? Is it writing the songs? Is it recording the songs? Or is it once they're all done, you going out and promoting the songs?
It's getting the artist to promote the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coordinating the promotional side of it, how you're gonna release it, like, you know what I mean, strategically making plans that are gonna
Cross
be
promoting.
effective when you're promoting this stuff, because you don't want it to go on deaf ears and you want it to reach everybody. So that's the hardest part.
Well,
is
in this game now,
the
and in
strategy.
business in general, like anybody can answer a phone, do some business, but same thing. Anybody can throw down some beats and record a song, but if you just throw it into the ether, then what was it for? So you have to be an expert in not only recording, producing, then promoting, then, you know, all the artwork that
Marketing,
goes
Yeah,
with it.
business and
advertisements,
marketing. It's
social media, networking,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one little thing is the actual beat, but getting people to hear it and then monetizing it and then figuring out how to pay taxes and run the business. And
Copyright.
fuck, dude.
The
So-
creative side is the funnest part about it.
Publishing.
It's like the most relaxed thing. And like, I mean, everything else that comes with it is like the actual work of it. And a lot of artists don't want to deal with that, which is why they deal with labels.
That's why
handle
the
that
label.
for
I
them.
mean, so many times in history, like the label is vilified for keeping too much money, for you know, taking advantage of the artist. But at the end of the day, like, the artist is good at recording. The label is good at producing and getting the word out there.
But 360 deals and a lot of the contracts screw the artist. And what it is basically is it's over priced bank loan for the artist.
Understood.
And you at the end of the day, you don't even get to keep your own
Catalog, right?
Catalog your own artistry, you know, your creative work. So yeah, I don't run my label like that. Everything I do with the artist is 50-50, and I'm gonna put as much work into it as you do. So.
And then do they get to keep their catalog, or is that something that you guys partner on?
Well, it's 50-50. So we have
So in
contracts
perpetuities,
that,
right?
yeah,
So if-
it's in perpetuity. We don't sign artists, we sign singles. So we're signing just a single song. I don't lock them into any kind of contract to where they're creatively, you know, handcuffed to me. They can go do other music anywhere else they want to.
So if I've got a label and then he drops a sick beat, I can just say, hey, I want that song. You can have the next song, type of thing. And you can say, well, let me give this guy a shot and see how he promotes it. That's kind of, is that like the new
Pretty
way that they're
much.
doing it
I
now?
mean, yeah. I mean,
So
but
let's say
right-
that you have a song, right? And we think that song has a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
So then we sign you for it. In signing, then you're agreeing that we're splitting the profits, we're splitting the earnings, we're splitting the rights, and all the
Responsibility,
ownership.
all
So if you guys get that
responsibilities,
song
50-50.
sold to like Pepsi or something for a commercial, then you would get half of it. The artist gets half of it.
Exactly.
right.
Right. Okay, that's cool. And do you find that that's what makes you guys different, or is that kind of where the contracts are headed
Well,
these days?
I made that model because of the way record labels screwed the artists, and you know, the way streaming is now, you know, we're getting screwed even more. So like his album Reload is on streaming platforms now, but that's because he wanted to do it. I'm against it. So.
Because what are the pros and cons of streaming? Because I feel like streaming, the pros would be you get it out to the world, and you know, if somebody in India clicks on it, then you get, you know, 10 cents or however the model breaks down. What are the pros and cons to that versus, you know, a different model, like how it used to be?
The pros is that it's available everywhere. that people listen to Spotify, Apple, YouTube, so many different music platforms, and that the streaming having them on streaming allows the music to be everywhere.
It's more of a marketing thing.
So it's, you know what I mean? But where it goes wrong is that the earnings that you get from each streaming platforms
It's
are
less
keeping
than a
majority.
penny.
Less than a penny.
We're talking
It's
about a fifth of a penny per stream.
0.003 cents.
Damn.
So
That's Spotify.
And that's
Tidal's
that-
like 0.005. YouTube does its own,
What
pay
was
model.
Jay-Z's? Didn't he have a streaming?
Tidal was
That's-
one of the more
Yeah.
higher paying ones at one point.
Damn.
But
And it
even,
still wasn't
even
that
then,
much, though.
yeah,
Don't
even
be
then, it's
fooled.
not. It's less than half a penny. You know what I mean? Like.
So you better have
you're
a
not-
fire
you're-
track, dog. if you wanna-
But the owners of the streaming companies are making billions of dollars.
well,
every
because they have a
year,
billion
so-
songs streaming at any given moment.
Yeah.
And we just seen it happen with Snoop Dogg, where he posted, his streaming report. He had a single that reached 1 billion streams, and his payout was
Like $40,000.
$40,000.
What?
Yeah.
And he was like, he was mad
All
at Spotify, like,
Yeah.
bro,
All
what
they-
is this? You know
All
what I
they
mean?
gotta do is raise it to a penny a stream, and that would feed artists. That would help artists,
At a penny per stream.
do their work. You know what I mean?
Because you got to think their overhead for just setting up and then streaming is pretty minimal. There's pretty minimal work involved with it once you
They're
have the
trying to
software
pay
in place.
their board, is what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
paying their investors.
Got
And a
it.
lot of the investors own these record labels.
Yep.
Understood.
That's another
So
thing
it's
too.
a-
That's
I mean-
another layer of it too. Is a lot of the investors own the record labels, so the record labels get the good treatment of their artists are getting
Their artists get the
pushed.
high placements,
Damn.
they get
That
the
can't
algorithm
be a
pushes
sustainable
them.
model, right? I mean,
Well, it is for them until
yeah, until
Until
some
they
It's
don't
sustainable
want
for the ones that are already making that income, but
Yeah.
it's not sustainable for an up-and-coming artist who's starting
and
from
then
scratch.
right now you got artificial intelligence, and a lot of these people are using even Spotify is using artificial intelligence to create mood songs to put into the playlist.
interesting.
Yeah.
Damn, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes in every industry. So I'm really appreciating to hear kind of your perspective as, the record label guy and then the artist guy, and figuring out how you guys can work together to, to put
Well,
money
that's a
in your
good
pocket.
segue to what we're doing now because, like he was talking about how we used to sell tapes and CDs. Now we're taking, I took a lot of my music off of Spotify, and I'm putting them on these little thumb drives with the C type that you can plug into
Straight
your
into your
phone.
phone.
So we're starting to sell those now with his album on the thumb drive, and we're kind of in the tech game now too because we sell them and it's like 7 gigs of memory left, and we tell people, yo, you can delete the album if you want, and put
But here's
pictures on
yeah.
Yeah,
videos on it.
you need to clear your phone.
And it goes straight into your phone
Straight
now.
into your phone. And
Because I
keep
got
it in your
kids, I got
keychain.
millions of pictures now, so I need some more. I need some more.
Yeah,
Yeah, some memory to help.
Yeah, and so like right now, I feel like the whole storage thing is in the air because you're either buying cloud space, which is
Just
it's like
keeps-
space that exists but doesn't really exist. Like,
Keeps
know what I
getting
mean?
ya.
But this way you keep control of all your media, your files, everything, including the album. So
Okay. So when you guys are writing beats or songs, do you typically start with the lyrics, a melody, or do you need to hear the beat first? I mean, what's your process?
it varies.
Circumstantial.
It varies. You could be
Yeah.
driving and a line hit you.
Strike
you know
of
what I mean? You could be hearing
inspiration.
the beat and the line comes. It depends. There's songs that we just play a beat and we weren't even planning on making songs. We just play something and the song came out for that. There's songs that we go in there, the purpose is to write this song and we end up not even doing nothing at all. So it depends on the vibe.
Well, let's talk about the new album, Reload, which is out now. Mark, can you pull up just a quick bit of... There's the website.
That's
That's
That's our new music video. It's a Spanish song called Pase Lo Que Pase with our artist Yenko.
And he's local too?
Yeah, he is, I believe, he came from Arizona, but he's been in Albuquerque, I'm not sure how long. And he came to me, we molded him from like scratch as far as Yenko. He came in and said, hey, I like what you guys are doing. Can I record with you guys? And I told him, it's not a public studio, bro. I don't sell studio time.
Right.
This is private. He's like, well, what if I pay you? I'm like, no.
Really?
Well, what if I pay you? No. I'm like, well, what if I pay you? I'm like, how much?
Yeah, that's the next question, yeah.
Yeah, and so he stayed persistent, and like he came, he showed me a little bit of what he has and what he had on him, and I'm like, okay, like let's see what we can do. Well, his thing is that he has so much drive, and he was willing to work and learn and be consistent, that he was able to pick up some of the things that we do as an artist. And fast forward a year later, like this dude, his following has grown. He has a lot of fans. He has people that support him. And you know, the songs that we released with him are really good songs. Some of them are like our heavier hitters on the catalog. So I mean, he's doing great. Like, I mean, he's on his way. He's got a lot to learn still, but so far he's doing good.
What's the secret to growing on social media, growing your song? Because I mean, I know you can put out a song, but what's the secret to getting people to actually stop by your page and listen to it?
Consistency.
Yeah.
Took the word from me.
Yeah.
Consistency. Every day. And that's what we try to tell these artists that we're working with. It's like, I know the song is old to you, but it's not old to everybody else. You got to be on there every day doing a video with your song in the background, you know what I mean? Anything. So yeah, it's consistency, and I'm horrible at that too. I mean, I work a 9 to 5. I'm running a label. I got personal things going on, so like, yeah, it's hard to stay consistent on social media.
Do you find as though, so do you guys have a social media team that runs your accounts? Or I mean, I saw you going live before the show. Just or is it just, you know, every 15 minutes you're like, shit, I got to do another?
Well, I think it's a habit that you have to create. We don't have a social media team or anybody who's in charge of doing our socials. We just kind of all in charge of our own social media pages. For me, it became a habit. I had to learn to consistently stay posting and do things and try to figure out what would be creative or not creative or entertaining to watch. Because I mean, you only have a second to catch somebody's attention before they scroll to the next.
Well, that's the thing too, is like in my game too, in real estate, it's like you have to continue to stay relevant, stay in front of people. And you're always concerned about, am I over posting? Am I annoying people? But to speak to what you said, the reality is no one's really, I mean, sometimes they'll watch, but for the most part, they're like, oh yeah, he's Soldier again.
Because a lot of times they won't even see what you post.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't think that it's like a thing of people becoming annoyed by seeing your posts. I think that, you know, at one point, if your posts become unpleasant, people will just block you. Like, you know what I mean? They're just, yeah, like they just completely erase you from their feed.
And you want to weed out the people that don't want to see
you. Yeah, if they don't want to hear me anyways, then fuck them.
Yeah, so no, like I think with every post and anytime you drop something on social media, it's like the roll of a dice. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're rolling a winning shot. Like, you know what I mean? So the more you post, the more chances,
the more shots you take.
Exactly. The worst that could happen is nothing, which is what's happening now anyway.
So let's talk more about the album. I mean, what's something that fans would be surprised to learn about the grind behind making an album like Reload?
One, I think that a lot of things that get overlooked is the time that it takes to put the songs together, to curate what beats you want to use for that album, the expenses that it takes into putting the album together, especially like the album like Reload, because I have artists that I have bigger names. You know, I got Juicy J, MC Magic, King Lil G, Don Q,
Bobby
Shmurda. There's a lot of artists on the album that have bigger names, and so, you know, working with artists like that doesn't come free. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of dedication, and in this game it takes a lot of money, a lot of relationships. You got to learn to who to work with and what relationships to build with producers, with artists, promoters. That way when they have opportunities, they remember you, like, hey, I have so-and-so in the studio, how do you feel about working with them? And, you know, are you budgeted for it? Do you have work that you can send them? Do you have a beat you can send right now? It's just, you have to be prepared. And so that's where a lot of people overlook what goes into it, how much time, effort, relationships you have to build, money goes into prepare. It's not just putting songs together.
Shooting a music video too gets real expensive quickly. Because even in my game, like we shoot property videos or whatever it is, and then you're like, man, that 15-second video was $300. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, see, and part of the thing that made it work for me and Fetty is that I have a business called Advanced Media.
Okay.
And so through that business, we pretty much have our music videos or film
your media
projects
team
in-house. Like, you know what I mean? So we don't have to outsource. We're about to, because the way we've been working, it's kind of become a necessity to outsource our film team. But that's what we've been doing so far. So like that's one of the tools that we've been able to put together is we have access to film resources, beats, studio, promotion, marketing, all the things that me and Fetty were able to acquire over the course of decades, put together, and now we have those working for us.
So what about merch? There's the other cog in the wheel that generates money. Have you guys had to break into the merch game yet?
Oh, yeah.
Slinging T-shirts out of the back of the car at the show?
Yeah, we got anything you can want. I mean, so we do what they call drop shipping on the website, and then we also do physical merch. And like right now, like I said, the biggest things that we're selling is the USB thumb drives with the album on it.
I always think that's great, just from the business perspective. I think the recording stuff is awesome, but to learn, behind the scenes, just the business part is like, how do we keep the lights on? Yeah, this single is fire, but what do we do to promote it? How many T-shirts do we have to sell in order to pay rent this month to, to get the more until our streams get up to?
Yeah, the internet really switched the way the game worked. You know what I mean? Because back then the music was the product. You go buy a CD, you go buy a record, you go buy a tape. Now, like, people expect it for free. Hey, do you have it on YouTube? You have it on Spotify? So then what you got to attach something to that makes them want to buy it. So now your song has to be hard enough, dope enough, fire enough to make somebody want to buy something from you.
Or to go to the show.
Or to go to a show, pay the ticket. And out here in Albuquerque, it's kind of hard to convince people to go see locals and pay the ticket to go see locals, especially when they're used to paying for bigger name artists and big concerts. And when they see a local, they almost expect it like for free. Right. But then it's like, how is an artist gonna build off of that? How does an artist make a living off of music when you're not even willing to spend $5, $10 on a ticket?
And I think it goes back to consistency, right? And being in your face and being like, you're not just getting the music, the experience, you're getting the T-shirt, the thumb drive, getting everything else.
But we also got plans to get the ladies out to the shows too. We got incentives.
You need me to go? Is that what you're asking? I'll go, buddy.
You don't look like a lady, but I'm pretty sure the ladies will bring.
I'll bring the ladies in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stay with me here.
I'm with you.
Hosted by Skip.
Yeah. You're like, who's this guy? And I'll get on the mic, start talking my Spanish. And like, we got to go. No, that's great, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming by and dropping some knowledge on what's going on in the recording industry, and just making a change in the neighborhood and getting Albuquerque's name out there, right? Whether it's for our art scene, our media scene, I think you guys are doing a great job. I'm super pumped for you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for checking out the album too.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't remember the names of the songs, or I'd be like, "What song did you like the most?"
Oh, you know what? It's funny. I don't have a name of the song that what's the number one song right now on the album?
Lined Up.
It's a song with.
That's the one where you are in the barber shop, right?
No, that's one called "About to Hustle" with Don. Oh no.
No, that's BKE or whatever it is.
With King Lil G. I have a video
it's
in the
three
barber
letters,
shop.
I thought. Isn't there a title of a song that's
PMW? PMW, Play With Me?
Maybe.
PW
It's the one where you're getting faded up, and I was like, oh, I fuck with this.
That's the King Lil G one.
Yeah.
It's called They Ain't Do It.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's the one.
See, I got one.
Okay. Shout out to King Lil G. Much love. Okay, well, hey, thank you so much for listening to it, bro. I do appreciate that. And for having us, dude, this place is amazing.
Yeah, so we'll collaborate with you, and we'll have links to your songs, your albums, and Ace as well, so we can get you guys some action.
So check out the new video, Pase Lo Que Pase, featuring Yanko, Reload album out now, at allcosttnt.com.
Follow us on Instagram at allcosttnt and Fetty Fresco. Right.
And then you guys have an event coming up on the 20th.
Oh, yep, the Harvest Festival. I want to see everybody there if you're not going to be at the band event.
We'll have links to the Harvest Festival as well.
I'm gonna try to go to the other one too. But
yeah, I was thinking that like if we can make both of them, that'd be kind of cool.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you guys, Fetty and Soldier. Thank you guys for showing up.
Thank you.
And again, every Wednesday night and Sunday here on the Education Channel worldwide on YouTube, this is All About You, ABQ.
Watching YouABQ.